the government has issued a new quick 3-day GST registration scheme under Rule 14 capital A, which you can take a benefit of, specifically the small and medium scale enterprises who want to supply on e-commerce platform and who want to get quickly registered under GST. They can take the benefit of this new scheme. We'll discuss the salient features, limitations and restrictions under this new scheme in this video. We'll also discuss what you as a recipient or customer of supplies from these new registered taxpayers, what precautions you should take as a customer for the input tax credit you are availing. We'll discuss this in this video. Also on Friday 7th of November 5 p.m. we have a detailed discussion on this scheme and other new developments under GST, customs, etc. Please do register yourself in the link given below. So let's get started. This new scheme is under a new Rule 14 capital A for this quick 3-day GST registrations. It is applicable for all suppliers of goods as well as services. You need to apply for registration under the same GST Reg 01 form, but you have to tick or select the option under Rule 14 capital A if you want a 3-day GST registration. However, the biggest constraint for these kind of new registrants is that they cannot pass on a monthly input tax credit of more than rupees 2.5 lakhs. CGST, SGST, IGST and cess all inclusive. They cannot pass on more than 2.5 lakh rupees ITC every month. However, in case these kind of registered taxpayers are supplying to consumers who are unregistered, then there is no such limit. So if you want to take this registration, quick registration, then if your tax rate is 18%, there is a limitation that you cannot supply goods or services worth more than rupees 13.88 lakh approximately every month. This is the biggest restriction under this scheme. Also, you have to mandatorily get Aadhaar authenticated. Your Aadhaar authentication should mandatorily be done if you want to register under this scheme. You cannot take multiple registrations for multiple place of business in the same state if you want to go under this new scheme. This is another constraint. Now, in case you take a registration under this scheme, but afterwards you find out that I want to supply more monthly, then there is an option to withdraw under this scheme and go into the normal scheme when there is no such constraint. But there are 4 restrictions. Before 1st of April 2026, if you want to withdraw, then you must have already filed minimum 3 monthly returns. On or after 1st April 26, if you want to withdraw, then you must have filed at least 1 monthly or periodic GST returns under this scheme. Also, till the date when you want to withdraw, all the returns must be filed under this scheme. But in case an officer has initiated cancellation of registration under this scheme, then you cannot withdraw. You cannot file an application for withdrawal. If you want to withdraw, then you have to file an application for withdrawal under the new form GST Reg 32, and the order for withdrawal would be received in GST Reg 33. Now, in case you want to withdraw from this scheme and go under the normal scheme, then mind that all the verifications under Rule 9, verification of your documents and even place of business in certain cases would normally happen. You do not get any exemption from verification if you are, so to say, migrating from this scheme to the normal scheme of GST registration. So this is the new scheme, but even under the old scheme, the normal scheme of registration, where you apply under Rule 8, Rule 9, etc., there is a new rule 9 capital A, where in case you apply under the normal scheme also, where there is no such 2.5 lakh rupees ITC transfer constraint, then also you can get a 3-day registration, but it will only happen based on luck in case the GST portal does not throw up a risk assessment for the officers. So that would be based on your luck, but under this scheme, if you apply under Rule 14A, then it would be mandatory for the officer to grant you a 3-day registration. Now friends, in case you are a recipient or a customer, a registered customer who is purchasing goods or services from such new registrants under GST, under the new scheme under Rule 14A, then you must, in our view, be cautious, because no physical or other verifications have happened for such suppliers. Therefore, you as a recipient should do your KYC of their documents, the supplier's documents, so to say. Also, in case you are purchasing goods or services which have a high GST impact, it would be a good idea to do a physical verification yourself. So this brings us to our next view for the government. In our view, the government should have identification marks on these new GST registrants under this new scheme under Rule 14A, so that the customers or the recipients who are taking input tax credit from supplies of goods or services from such suppliers, they are cautious, because mind that section 16(2)(c) restriction, the restriction wherein as a customer or recipient you can take input tax credit only in case the supplier has validly paid its GST to the department, that still remains for supplies received from such newly registered suppliers. Therefore, in our view, the customers or recipients have the right to know that they are taking the supplies from such, so to say, new and maybe a little more risky suppliers. Also, it is our view that for at least these kind of suppliers, the government should relax the provisions under section 16(2)(c), because here the suppliers are not duly verified under the normal scheme of GST registration. So till such time the government may bring out another relaxation, the recipients should take their precautions. So friends, this is the new GST registration scheme which all the current and the new taxpayers should take note of and take the benefit of. Thank you very much for watching. Do like, share and subscribe to this channel. Thank you very much for watching again. Stay tuned.